Hello everyone, this is Prashant Chaudhary. I welcome you all to my channel Classic Power App. In this video, we'll be discussing about the responsive design in Power App. As this Power App is offers three different components: the canvas, the model driven, and the portal. So in this video, we will discussing about this canvas because the model driven is by default responsive in nature, but canvas is not. Okay, so we use two different concepts in order to set the responsive design. First is the container dimension, setting the container dimensions. Another is by setting the component dimensions. Okay, so let me just head over here to my screen. Yeah, so here you can see I have already created one small application, and I have one home button, and there I have three buttons on the home screen. Okay, and I have default design screen where I am having only four buttons: the function screen completely blank, and the container design completely blank. Okay, so and the home is having just the navigation to these three screens. Okay, this is for default, this is for function, this is for design. Okay, so now if I come to the default design, I can see that all my dimensions of the buttons are completely static. 683, height is also static, and height is also the same. Okay, so I have simply set the static values. Okay, so this is just the default function, this is just the default development of any screen. Okay, now in order to make the responsiveness in your application, let's try to design it by using their function. Okay, so let me just copy all four components from here and copy it into the paste it to the function design screen. Okay, so here now in order to set the responsiveness, I need some link that would be actually telling your application component and what is your screen size. Okay, so in this Power App you can use this app dot width or app dot size. Okay, and that app dot width or app dot size is directly connected to the screen size and all. Okay, so for this, for all buttons, their width, I'm just setting their width to be parent dot parent dot width. I'm see this right now. These buttons are present directly in this screen. It means the parent refers to the parameters that are of the screen parameters. Okay, so I've changed this to the parent dot width divided by 2. Okay, yes. Now I want the same to be implemented on the height of this. Okay, so I want the height to be same, but not the width. At this time I'll call the height function. Height is there. The and dot height. Yes, and dot height divided by 2. Okay, yes, now it is good. Now if we see whether there is any overlap or not, so if I see that the first button has started from 0 0 dimensions. Okay, and so it would be start ending from at the same as their width and height. Okay, so 683 and height would be 384. Here I can see now we change this 5 dimensions. Okay, so see, first button is having the name of button 14. Okay, so we start the button 3 to start just after the button 1. So we'll go with the 5 coordinates and write button 14 1 underscore 4 dot height. This one, okay, not this, dot height. Yes, okay, button dot height. Simply copy it, and the same we do for the button 4, and it should start just after button 2, so 1 5. Okay, so we'll go here and write button 15 dot height. we need these to just start after their x-axis. Okay, so it should start, button 2 should start one where the button 1 ends. So button 1 4 ends. Okay, so we'll go with the x, button 1 4 ends. So here we write button 1 4 dot width, and the same we do for this button 1 6. We write, go here, button 1 6. Right, okay. So now we have created one more screen where all buttons are arranged by using one function. Okay, now we'll go with the container design, and here we simply add one container. We add one container. Okay, we start from its dimension should start from the 0 0, and the size would be parent dot width, and the height would also be the same, parent dot height. Okay. Now this container has the dimensions setted as the dimensions of the screen. Okay. Now we add all four buttons from here, Control A, to my container. Yes, all buttons are present in my container. And if I see the dimensions of the button, these are reflecting to the dimensions, yes, the height. This parent dot height. Right now, this button is not fetching the screen parameters, okay, because these buttons are present in the container, so it is fetching the container height from this parent function, okay, because these buttons are present inside the container. Okay, as this is the completely different thing, that the container is present in the inside the screen. So if the container is using any parent function, it is reflecting to the screen parameters, and if the buttons that are present in the container using the parent function, at that time it is fetching the containers parameters. Okay, so this parent dot height is actually reflecting the container's height. Okay, okay, now done. Now we simply save our application and see how it is working. Let me just save it and publish this application. And we simply go to my browser and say refresh this screen, so just to get the updated version of my application. Okay, yes, maybe I got it 15 seconds ago, so it is ready now. I can just play it, and I simply open it in different window. Yes, and I'm just duplicating, okay, because I haven't added any functionality buttons, right? Okay, so here you can see, in the first screen I'm just going to the default, in the second screen I'm going to the function screen, and in the third I'm going to the, okay, maybe this has happened some, let me just refresh again. Instead, go to the, okay, so yeah, that is good. So here you can see, in the first was going to the default, right? Yes, it was going, yeah. So in this first, in the default page, we haven't added any functions. Okay, so we have passed the static value, so that's why buttons are cutting. Okay, and the second, buttons are very well, and in the third, in the container page, here two buttons are gold. If I try to change the dimensions, okay, see, let's go with the first one, the default page, default screen. I'm just changing the screen, and my components are actually cutting the dimensions. Okay, but if I go with the second, the function screen, we have added the responsibility through the function, direct function. Okay, so here I can see the dimensions of the component are adjusting as per I'm changing the width or the height of the screen. Okay, and the same is for the third one, where I have added the component in one container. Okay, see how it is working. So that's how it is actually working here. And one more thing to notice is, if I just head over to my application and show you here, you can just say like, I'm just occupying the whole space, then why it is cutting like that. Okay, so for that thing I just can just tell you, if you are opening your application, your canvas application in this edit mode in the editor, at a time it is, we are having two different parameters. We have two different functions, okay, and their different functions had different values. So let me just add both of them. One is the one is having the name of app.width, okay, and app.width. Yes. And the another function we have, let's see, control V, and let's, the another function we have is the app.design width. Design width. Okay. So now if we try to look into this, let me just play it, and I can see the app.width and the app.design width is similar similar to one another. Okay, like there is only zero point 0.1 pixels of difference, right? So this is not a big difference. But if I simply play this application, let me just save it and publish it. Publish it and refresh my browser to get the updated one. Yes, I got that one, and I simply play this latest. Okay, so here you can see the app.width and the app.design width is now same. If I simply change the dimension, now you can see the app.width is changing as I'm changing the screen size. Okay, that is the reason, in order to test the responsiveness, you need to create your application, and you can test your application only in the play mode, only in the play mode. Okay, because in the edit mode, in the edit canvas editor, at that time it will give you, it will show you the app.width is equals to the app.design width, and that exactly makes you confused somewhere. Okay, these two functions have the different meaning. App.width refers to the screen dimensions, and app.design width is refers to your selection. Okay, whatever selection you have made in your application, that selection is from here. Yeah, from, if you would like to see from here, the selection you have made in the settings and the display, this section. Okay, this section will tell you about these things. Okay, and yeah, in order to make the responsive design, you need to just disable this feature, skill to fit. Okay, so yeah, that is all in this video, everyone. So if you have any query for the responsive design, you can just write in the comment section. Okay, I'll definitely revert you there. And yes, thanks for watching this video. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.